Here we are at the post-game chit-chat.
Have we done it? Are we here?
Are we doing? Are
Have
we
we
going?
arrived?
Is this live?
We're here.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So this
Dom,
is
get off your game.
this is my
Dom's playing a
question.
game.
Dom, pay attention.
You've
Dom.
played your game, now it's time for me to play my game.
I have a question.
Yes?
Play Blueprints tonight,
Okay.
and you'll
All right, I will.
have the time of your life. It's on Game Pass.
I know, I've
It's
already
on
played
PlayStation
it.
Plus
Oh
as well.
shit!
When Jimmy goes back with the pig that
The
I
moon
would
beast.
assume the moon beast turns into moon beast, and does Dana died? So does she just drop her dead body? Drop dead?
It's a
Oh,
good question,
God.
isn't it?
Yeah. What's the answer? Or can we not? Is it a spoiler?
I
Dana
think-
died in the real world.
Well, I think this is the thing about the Dreamlands, though, because it's not like time moves the same. So, like, Sean could have been there for 100 years, and I think he's only been there in 3 years in real time, or he could feel like he's been there for 3 years and walk back through,
So did we go back in
through a
time?
portal and be
and then
back
you
at
just
the
go
stag
and
do.
die.
Have we gone
So you
back
could
in
have. This could have
time?
been when you passed out. Like you could be in the Dreamlands from when you passed out
just go back and
before you died. So like you're literally walking back through to just become conscious for a second before you die. This could have been at any other point that you like got unconscious or
I don't
dreamed
think I passed
in the
no.
moment. But like, yeah, I guess you could
Back in time.
feasibly.
Perhaps
In
back in
theory.
time. I don't think she passed out. You just did surgery on her and she died.
She had
Is that
passed
how
out.
it died? She died.
But no, she'd been ripped open by a bear, and
No,
then
she
I
was
was trying
dead.
to help.
Oh, okay. You weren't. It wasn't the surgery that fully killed
When
her.
I went mad and I sort of wanted to do
the
some
surgery-
surgery.
You kind of tried to do
I
that again
know.
in this one.
The surgery could have
Well, that's
saved
on
her, but she
Sean.
was dead.
That was a different
I was
character.
curious, yeah, if he walks back out and then it's just
Yeah.
dies.
I mean, it's possible.
It's a dead body.
It's also possible in the standard rules of Call of Cthulhu, I think. It used to be the case, I don't know if it still is, but I assume it is. You could, if you had a good dreaming skill, at the moment of death, you could, in the real world, you could try and pass a dreaming roll to enter the Dreamlands.
Oh, instead of
forever,
dying.
Instead of dying.
That's cool.
So
I like that.
maybe you could go back into the Dreamlands as soon as you die. Maybe, you crawl out of this tunnel and
We did have a
You're-
good dreaming score by the
You
end.
did,
of it,
yeah.
so,
You were doing great.
Maybe it
Dreaming.
changes like the
Theoretically.
timeline. Like so, rather
Yeah.
than for him being in for murder, he's in for attempted murder. And actually, she got help and was fine.
maybe,
She woke up.
maybe you're now the consciousness of the Moon Beast.
Oh.
Ooh.
That would
In
be
the body of a
horrible, wouldn't
pig.
Yeah. Oh.
That'd be fun.
You're in a moon. You're in
Pickle
a moon beast.
Dana.
Pickled Dana.
Cool.
Dana's bacon.
You're driving around in a moon beast. That'd be horrific.
Go to Alan
Got a great
first.
pig man.
Go live on Alan's farm.
Alan will take care of you.
Where did you come up with the mirror idea, and was it from going through my nightmares as a child? Because I was terrified of things coming out of mirrors.
Really?
Yep. We had in like
Why?
so I know
Did it
why.
happen?
It happened. No, in
It happened.
our like
I
old
was in the
house, we we're in this
mirrors.
terraced house, and my bedroom was one end, and the bathroom was the other. And I was short, and we had a big mirror in front of the door as you opened it, and we had one of those pull light switches. And so I would reach up, and the mirror was above my head, but I would think I saw a little like hat or face pop up in the mirror when the light was off. But I realised as I got older that it was my hand reaching
Going
up for the
through,
light
yeah.
switch. But I thought there was something living in our bathroom mirror that if I like saw them, they would come out and get me.
You know, if you stare at a mirror for too long in dim light,
Oh,
you
you're-
start to hallucinate.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Your face starts to like shift.
Yeah.
It's really
What?
fucking weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't
Yeah.
stare at your own face in a mirror in the dark because it's dark.
Your brain starts to try
You-
and fix it, and
yeah.
it's not nice.
I tried it once. I was like,
Really?
I'm not going to do it to my face because I think that'd be too traumatic. But I was sat in my living room with the lights off. I just heard about it and I was tired and I was like, oh, let's give it a go. I wonder how long it takes. And I stared and because the angle of the mirror, I could see the light, the light with the lampshade on, in the hallway through the open door of the living room. That's all I could really see in the mirror. And I just watched for ages and ages. And then, I don't know how long it was, maybe 10 minutes. And then the cord of the light just went. I was
So is it
like,
just-
noticeably, I was just like,
Is it just in darkness?
no, don't like that.
your brain starts.
I think it's 'cause it's not getting enough like of the actual input of your
Yeah.
vision. So your brain always wants to fill in the gaps, right? Your brain's constantly doing
'Cause I've
that. So I
seen
think it's probably
crazy
And
shit.
it's something
in
to do with
the
mirrors specifically, right? Where the mirror
I
kind of, I think
don't
it's something to do with
know.
the mirror,
dark.
like,
Oh, is it the
Because it's
confuses
reflected
your-
the wrong way. Because
'Cause
it's
I-
the wrong way around.
I mean,
your brain
everyone's
tries
done
to
it where,
write
like,
it.
you see something in the dark and you think it's
Yeah,
something else
like a
completely.
shadow.
Like
Yeah.
I remember very distinctly. This is like etched into my mind, and I don't know why this was the response I had. None of it makes sense. I must have been like, kind of in between sleep or something. I got up, went to the toilet, and then when I went back out, like I opened the door, but across the hall was the office, and I swear I saw just someone just like this, just staring at me in the crouch, and Michael was still in the bed, and I went, Michael, come out here, and like to where if there was someone, they would just hear me. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's someone. I think there's someone in the office. And he came out, and I was like, I think there's someone crouched right there. And he turned, he went, ah! Like, he saw the same thing, which was terrifying, and it was just a seat
Okay.
with a...
But did he see it as
Yes,
well?
he
It's
saw
a
the
specific.
same
It's just
thing.
a
You saw the
specific shape,
same
isn't
thing.
it?
Yeah.
Like,
And it looked just like this person, like, just
but
sitting
that happens
there.
all the time. It's like
But how
hang
stupid
like
is
a
that?
coat on the back of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But if
Back
someone
of the
was
bedroom
there, but
door
why
or
did my
something.
logic not kick
Well,
in to be
'cause
like,
you're-
if someone's standing
Well, no,
right
because
you're
your
half
brain's,
asleep,
your brain's
yeah.
trying to work out the worst
well, I'm
case
going,
scenario as well.
there's a
in that
person right
situation.
there.
Yeah.
Is there
Like,
not?
imagine if there was a person there. You have to have the reaction of, oh shit, there's a person
Yeah.
there. You don't want to have a chair
Yeah, but
reaction.
you don't want to have the reaction of me saying it in front of them, like, come here,
Yeah.
come look at this.
Well, okay,
I mean,
yeah,
but I think that's on
that's-
you and not your
yeah,
brain at that
that's-
point. Like,
Yeah, that is, that's your control of your brain.
Yeah.
I did a quick Google. I did a quick Google just now, and the staring into mirrors in dim light thing is called the Troxler effect. Troxler effect, and it's to do with your brain filtering out information that it doesn't think is relevant, like your peripheral vision stuff. And I think I'm sure I read somewhere once that mirrors are confusing for the brain sometimes because they're
We
a
should have
flat
gotten some
surface,
mirrors.
but they project a
Turned off all the
3D
oh god.
image because it knows there's depth there, but it's reflected
Can't
depth,
see
so it's
it,
like
yeah.
confuses it. And then it's to do with like the brain's visual processing. It says you should be careful doing it if you suffer from depersonalization or derealization because you can basically go, oh, that isn't my face anymore. And then from Facebook.
Oh yes,
they
the
say-
true source of science.
They say a 3 a.m. mirror is a portal to darkness. If you gaze into it, you may invite something sinister into your life that can never be undone. So if you're tempted by the 3 a.m. mirror challenge, remember Sarah's chilling tale. 2 words. Don't look.
Who's Sarah?
I don't know. You've got to read the whole
She
thing.
let
I
the
refuse
demons
it.
in.
Yeah,
It's from the article. The horrifying reason why you should never look in the mirror at 3 a.m.
because you'll let a demon in.
You'll let a demon in, or you'll just
You'll
more
freak
likely
yourself out.
you'll freak
Like,
yourself
yeah.
out.
I never
Just
look
turn
in
the
the mirror
light
at
on.
night.
I don't have mirrors facing my bed in any way
Yeah.
because I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
There's that thing as well about
They're
dreams.
scary.
You shouldn't look
Yeah.
at mirrors in dreams. You know that sort of
Oh,
saying.
really?
Is that because it's a way of like scaring your brain into waking up and?
I
like,
think
too
so. But I had it the other day. I was having a sort of like semi-conscious dream, semi-lucid dream, and I was about to look down into a bowl of water, and my conscious brain kicked in and went, "You shouldn't look at your reflection in a dream." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I shouldn't." And I caught a glimpse of my face, and it was all like wrong. And I was just like, "No, don't look in the mirror. Don't look at your reflection in a dream." So I knew it was a dream. It was
Well,
really
now we're all
weird.
gonna have terrible
Yeah, I was
nights.
going to say this feels really bad for my future dreams because I have very vivid dreams.
But anyway,
And,
to answer
yeah.
your question,
Yes.
I'm now looking at why
what
you
was
should
the
look at a
question?
reflection in a dream.
Why mirrors? Like, where did that idea?
Where did the idea come from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Then
so
I
there we
would
go.
not
In
touch
lucid dreaming, it's often advised to avoid looking into mirrors because the reflection may not be of a familiar image of yourself, or it could be distorted or even unnerving. This is thought to be related to the subconscious nature of dreams and the potential for the mirror to reflect aspects of yourself that you may not be consciously aware of. So actually, probably in Jungian dream analysis, it's probably actually quite helpful to look in a mirror.
Yeah.
Wow, I know.
But I suppose if you're lucid
This
dreaming,
is
it
what
probably
other
would wake
people
you up.
see.
But anyway, to answer your question, spoilers ahead for Twin Peaks.
Aye.
Oh right. Yeah.
In Twin Peaks, there's a whole thing of like there's mirror versions of people, and like there's a scene where someone tries to there's a recurring image of someone smashing their head into a mirror because of what's on the other side and stuff like that. So there was that element, and then I think that was mainly how it came about. and then I was thinking about how to do the Dreamlands, and the Cthulhu source material and the Lovecraftian source material. It's all kind of a bit. It's a bit sort of sword and sorcery, kind of high, sort of fantasy, pulp fantasy kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, that'll just end up being like D&D. How can I do it differently? And so I came to the conclusion I should do like a kind of Twin Peaks version of Dreamlands mixed with a bit of like Thomas Ligotti. So that's why Dr. Vokes in there.
His mannequin room.
Thomas Ligotti story. In his mannequin room. Yeah.
Nice. You've
I was
got
like,
lovely
go.
handwriting.
Well, thank you.
Does he?
Yeah. Very,
Does he?
very gentle
Let's-
G's.
What is a gentle
A gentle
Gentle but
hand.
dignified.
Yes.
Well, they're very good G's. The G's
a
in
gentleman.
particular.
A good swoop on the G.
Yeah, good swoop.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just me scribbling quickly.
Those are good. No, but
Your
those are,
scribble is
those
very
are better
gentle.
G's than I would give.
Much better than my writing.
Oh, thank you.
Are you,
Have you tested?
I've just done. I've
Let's have
tested.
a
I've
look.
tested.
is
to
it?
go
Is
against.
this cursive for you though? Is this cursive or is this just?
Yeah,
your,
I like Dom's better, but yours isn't bad.
What do you
writing.
mean?
It's,
Is
I
this
tried
your
hard.
cursive?
Uh,
or is
the
this
best
just
I
your
could do.
regular writing?
I will. I've got
I mean, I
one.
wouldn't say there's a distinction between my cursive and my regular writing.
Really?
What would you
You don't
define
write-
cursive as? I thought cursive just meant joined up.
I don't like
Yeah.
Oh, yours
so
Well, that is
it's
joined up,
regular.
isn't
Okay, so
very
this is
neat to write
cursive.
on this
I don't typically
I
write
don't know.
joined up.
If I was concentrating and being really careful, it would probably be slightly better. But it basically
Mine's not.
is
I don't write joined up normally.
Who writes anymore?
No
Me.
one writes.
Right? What's the
Somehow.
point? We don't
Oh, it's
need
hard. I
that.
can't write
We
joined
got
up.
rid of that from our lives a long time ago. We just do voice notes now.
I hate them.
And now books are
No,
You're
voice
not a
notes,
voice notes fan.
and music is voice notes,
but I get them all
and
the time.
all culture will be voice
Sullivan.
notes. But I basically
Voice
watch
notes.
TV as voice notes because I just don't watch it. I just look at
Yeah.
my phone instead.
Oh.
So that's just voice notes
No.
as well.
It's
I like
the-
voice notes
Everything
'cause
will be
it's
voice notes.
Like everything
like-
becomes crabs. Everything becomes voice notes.
Don't say that.
You like voice
notes
notes
are like
because
Everything does
phone
become
calls, but without the like bad bits of phone calls.
having to do the phone
The
call. bit.
anxiety of like hello, and like what if there's an awkward silence, and like also what if you need the loo in the middle of the phone call?
Oh.
It's just like a better
I just don't.
way.
It's
of
a very
doing phone
millennial
calls.
problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
voice
I
notes.
I
Like
like
most of
I
the
like
calls.
weirdly I like sending voice notes, but I hate it when someone sends me.
Oh,
a
Oh my
voice
god,
note.
I
Which is
hate
so-
receiving a voice note.
so
I love
self-centered
receiving
of me.
voice notes. I
Because I'm
love
like,
receiving
you should like to
voice
listen
notes.
to my
Because-
voice, but I don't want to
Yeah,
listen.
yeah.
Because the
I
thing
didn't
is-
subscribe to your fucking podcast, thank you.
Yes. When you get like an 8-minute voice note and you're like, oh, what?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's no. I can't respond to them
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're.
And then it
eight
goes
Or
on
you
for
end
too
up in
long,
a
you take
situation where
notes.
someone's voice noting and you're typing your responses so that you
Yeah,
remember
by
to
the-
respond.
by the
but
time
then it
it's-
establishes one
Yeah.
person's always going to be voice noting.
By
one
the
person's
time
always
you're
gonna
at the
be texting.
end of the 8-minute, you're like, I don't remember what I was going to say about the beginning of what you
Yeah,
had
100%.
started on this sentence with.
Although, what about like, or you deal with Sullivan, where it's
I
like,
was about to say, are we talking
where,
about salad?
where are we?
Yes.
Where are we?
Yes, we are.
Oh, I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. And then he replied, and you're listening to, you're walking along listening to music, being like, yeah, it should be about 10 minutes. I'll see him in 10 minutes. So you text, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm running a bit late. I'll be there in 10 minutes. You're walking along, listening to your music, and then your phone goes off and you look, and it's a 10-second voice note. And you think, I know it's just Sullivan saying, yep, cool, no problem. See you then. Just say okay. Just type okay.
Just do the thumbs up emoji. That's what that's
Just,
invented
yeah,
for.
just react. Just react, Sullivan.
That's what the
Reactions.
thumbs up emoji. And I
Let's
don't
all
even
have
like
a go at
emojis.
Sullivan's voice notes. Oh no.
Do you know what? Send me a letter. Send me
Okay,
a
well,
letter,
so I
and then
wanna
if I
say-
want to reply, you can wait 2
I'm-
months.
I'm
Except
okay
Sullivan will
with
send
you-
a cassette in the tape.
I'm
in the
okay with
post.
you
yes.
sending me voice notes, but if you send me voice notes, you have to understand that it means I probably won't listen to it until
Yeah.
either you have to accept both of these truths. That either I will listen to it later, it will not be a response you're getting soon, or I will listen to it whoever I'm around
Yes.
on speaker.
Agreed.
And so that is, it's subject to whoever's there.
The only difference, me and my friends,
Never
yeah, three of us have like
So
a
just
group
type
chat, and
it.
we do the Wednesday waffle
Or tell me
thing
if I'm
where
not
everyone
supposed
just tells each other about their day on a Wednesday, and that's
Didn't know
the
that
only
was
voice
nice.
notes I listen to. But I don't need to listen to them straight away because it's just my friends rambling on about their life for the last week. And
Yeah,
but that's
fuck those
accept it,
guys,
and
right?
I'm just
Who
like, I'll listen to them
cares?
when I'm ready. I know it won't be urgent. If it's urgent, they'll text me like a normal person.
Now, I'd probably never play a voice note in public, but it is very likely that my husband will hear all of your voice notes because if I'm home, I'm just going to hit play.
Yeah.
No monster that Lovecraft could think up is worse than the idea of speaking on the phone
Yeah.
to somebody.
Oh, like having to make
Having to make a proper phone
That
call
is the worst.
is genuinely.
Just put it online.
I
guys.
will put. I will
systems
put.
are there.
I will put that off. I can put off a phone call for 6 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Easy
Easy.
peasy.
Easy.
I had an agent tell me that I was terrible on the phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know!
Don't phone
call
me.
Don't call me!
I think
We're
it's
such
like a
millennials.
millennial anxiety from like growing up, and my parents were just like, they would just say to me all the time, just phone them, and it's like, I don't know this person. Who are you making me just phone this thing up, and you've not told me how it works.
Why do we have
And
so
like
much
it causes,
anxiety?
I don't know. It was really weird because it was like the same thing. I had the same thing as a kid about like going on the bus. Like going on the bus, my parents were just like, "Go on the bus to town." I was like, "Okay, but what do I do on the bus?
Yeah.
Like, how do I interact with the bus?"
Oh, and also nowadays, like,
no, like you
the
just give them
bus in
40p,
London,
and then it's like, okay, like
you get on the bus in London, it's so simple.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
tap your phone, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to any other town in the UK and you think, oh, I'm gonna have to get the bus. How?
Can I tap in?
How the
Do
fuck
I have
do you
to
get the bus?
pre-buy
Is there
it
an
on an app? Yeah.
You go to
why?
Edinburgh and
When
then
I
you're
went
like,
to
oh, you need
Manchester-
to buy a whole separate app that's just for Edinburgh. And it's just like, this is a nightmare. Just use chip and pin. Just use contactless. Let me use my debit card. If London can do it, everywhere can do it.
Yeah, that's how.
when I first moved to
Make me the Prime
when
Minister.
I first moved to Manchester,
I would right now.
a few years back, and I like got on the bus in Manchester. They wanted to know exactly what stop I wanted to go to.
No.
And I was like,
What?
I don't fucking know. Like
What?
I was like, they were like,
What do you mean?
coming back from town? They were like, what stop do you want to go to? And I was like, well, the one near my house. I know you go to near my house, but I don't know what that stop's called. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, so they just put in any old random stop and then charge you because it's individual fares based
Oh,
on how
it's
far
not
you
just-
travel.
That's
And
it.
it's
They
like,
changes
Oh,
things.
it's
Oh
not
my
just
Yeah,
getting
they're
on
just
the
doing
bus.
it.
give me the.
Yeah.
I just want
That's
to
the other
go.
anxiety is going on a bus, not knowing the place.
Yeah.
At least in London, it'll go. You know, you'll have the announcements. This
Yes.
is that street. This is
Yeah.
that street. Which I know is easier now. We've got Google Maps, but was also easy. But it would have been easier before Google Maps. But now, it's like you go to another town, and it's just they don't say anything. They're just going.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know when to ring the bell. I don't know when to ring the bell to tell you to stop.
Oh, we on Google Maps, just like watching
Oh,
it
yeah,
and
I-
being like, right, we're nearly
Probably
there.
here.
So I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
don't know any of the roads. I just
City
watch
Mapper.
on City Mapper. I just watch the stops, and then I'm like, and about now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that maybe is the bet. That's a good. This is all good stuff for the next campaign, Dom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
buses.
phone calls.
Things people don't like that would actually
millennial
that would
nightmare.
actually
Millennial
freak
Oh,
me out.
make us make phone calls.
Oh my god,
If you had to
actually
make
have
us
to
make,
call
if I had to
people.
talk on the like, I'm much better at pretending to talk on the phone than I am at talking on the
At
actual
talking.
phone.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
But what
I
if
have
he
to-
actually
What do you do with
made
your
you-
eyes when you're on the phone? This
What-
is my other
what
big
do you
question.
mean?
What am I supposed to be looking at when I'm
What
on
if
the
the
phone?
bout of madness? What if the bout of madness made you actually take out
I
your
find
phone
it so fucking boring being on the phone because when
and
you look
call
at
the first person on your favorites? live.
Oh.
It's
on
weird, isn't
camera.
it?
Mine was
There's
to my
certain
mum,
categories as well. Like
Yeah, I don't know. who's
very
on it.
close friends, not a problem phoning them.
Nope. Love it. in
Oh,
fact.
that's true. Close friend. That's
And-
true.
Yeah, love a
But
phone call.
very anxious about when it's like I've got to phone up this stranger who I need to make a
Yes.
deal
when
with,
it's
or like
someone you don't know. Yeah.
track someone or whatever. But if
Or
it's
work.
if it's I don't care, where it's like a cold caller, and I'm like I'm gonna fuck around with this person, no problem.
Oh yeah, fuck around with
You
a
know
cold
what?
caller all day.
I
I
don't want to
say
speak
that
to anyone.
I actually think I am fine on the phone.
You're a young
Except
millennial.
when I moved here, I had this calling different places because everything kind of just worked a little bit differently. You know, like whether like mundane things, whether there's electricity or setting up things. That's where I really didn't want to make those calls because I was like, you're just going to sound like a stupid American. And I was just telling, I was like, everything you're saying is stupid American questions because you don't know how the utilities work.
No one knows. I don't
No
know.
one knows
Like,
how
who
the
knows?
utilities
I don't know how they work.
No
I just
one
pay
knows
some
how
people some money
anything
The
sometimes.
works.
utility companies don't know how the utilities
well,
work. That's why
but
they're all
why are they
in
so different
bankruptcy and
From country to like, why is it? It's so wildly
Everything's
different.
fucked
here.
over here is what you need to be clear on.
Well, I wouldn't say it's any better one way, but it's all completely different.
It's a different breed of fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Was there anything that you wanted to cover in the campaign that didn't come up?
Yeah.
Just to go back to
else
the
didn't we
Cthulhu
do?
stuff that they're probably paying for, rather than us just whinging about our utility bills.
don't think so.
I think they love this stuff.
Yeah, did we do anything that you didn't?
Yeah.
like
Oh, there any
we would?
unexpected?
Were you
endings
upset with
to
the Venga
things?
Boys edition?
Are you mad at me? Are you
fine.
mad at me about the flute?
Did you think we would act differently?
What happened to my unicorn?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pocket unicorn.
Were you ever going to let me find Winnie?
Imagine Robin Williams came back with a bit more joy in his heart. That was what that
He had
just
a little
embodies. Just like, just unlocking
Wait,
a
wasn't he
joy.
dead? Didn't he kill himself?
And
No,
did-
Robin Williams is alive. Yeah, he's.
And didn't
Well, he went completely crazy, basically. Like he ran out. He
yeah.
ran out of
It went
sanity.
to zero.
Oh,
So his mind cracked.
Didn't
so
Tim, the spider, whatever from the Plateau of Lang, didn't he say that he was going to like unleash some great, like at the end? When
Oh,
we
yeah,
got to
who
the
was
end of
Tim?
things?
yeah. Tell us about Tim.
Who's Tim?
Oh, it's just a spider.
Yeah, but
Leng
he said
spider.
he was going to like come alive, like unleash something, like then
Oh yeah,
will be
because
the
the
time.
Leng spiders want to get rid of the men of Leng. It's just a bit of Dreamlands politics you don't need to worry about.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you've carried him back to the waking world as well.
oh bloody hell!
I took him with me.
Yeah, so you've got a Leng spider and a moon beast. It's bad news. It's bad news over there.
Moonbeast in.
Yeah,
but
I
Tim's
suppose
a friend.
the first. I think when I was planning it, I was kind of like, oh, the 3 doppelgangers will be dealt with in the 2nd episode, and then the 3rd episode, I guess, will just be trying to get back to the waking world. And so I think the whole like choosing which tunnel to go through could have been a thing, but it would have been a bit dungeon crawly. And actually it worked out better this way, I think.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Vote coming back.
Yeah. So that was the only thing that I would maybe have been different.
Yeah.
But it's much of a muchness, really. Much of a muchness. And I think it would have been if you'd gone through any of those tunnels, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
The ghouls you would probably have been able to do a deal with, but there would have been some horrible price. Ihort's bargain is awful. It's bad.
What does he do?
He's a giant spider, basically.
Yeah, what does he want?
And all he says
What's
to you
his
is,
deal?
do you,
Who's his agent?
the bargain is, do you accept? That's all he asks you. You don't get to question it.
We would
If you
have said
say if you say
yeah.
no, you get crushed like
we
a
would have
bug.
said yeah.
And if you say yes, he pumps you full of his little spider babies, and then they burst out of you in like a couple of weeks. But you don't remember anything. You get amnesia and you don't remember.
And then
I
you suddenly have
throwing-
spider
So
babies.
you've got a
Throwing up
couple of
spiders.
weeks to sort of deal with it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you remember.
Ihort's bargain sounds like a sort of Aladdin's cave style shop. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Ihort's
sort of-
bargain.
Yeah, like the middle,
Yeah.
like the middle of
Come on
Lidl,
down,
like the
Ihort's
middle, the
bargain.
middle of Lidl kind of
Yeah.
vibes.
Or like there was a place when I lived in York that was called Dave D's. Was it Dave D's Discount Warehouse
Dave D's
Bargain
Nuts.
Banana Warehouse or something? And it was just like
Dave.
it wasn't. It was literally an Aladdin's cave. It was like
It was just this great big warehouse full of junk, all kinds of mad junk, because the Drama Society would go there to buy like props and set and stuff. But there'd be like 3-piece suites in there. There'd be like old furniture. There'd be like boxes of Lego. There'd be just like, and it went on forever. It went on forever. It's gone now, and it was never a bargain. You could try and bargain with him.
You any
He
old
was always
tat,
like-
wasn't he?
yeah, what do you want? Oh, can we get this sofa? That'll be 300 quid. Oh, can we give you 100? We've only got 100. Ah, no, that'll be 150. You're like, oh, God. Jesus Christ. You're killing me here, man.
Come on, Dave D.
It's a shitty sofa. But yeah, it was never a real bargain. Not really. Not really.
So we did everything as expected.
So
As
we were
expected,
perfect,
yeah.
is what you're saying.
Absolutely spot on. Nailed it.
The perfect team.
Perfect
Yeah.
team. Crack.
How
A
did you
crack
all feel
squad.
about this? Because this one was not very... it was slightly different to normal Cthulhu because there wasn't many clues and mysteries to solve.
Oh, I love it. It was
It was
I
more
loved
sort
it.
of like practical puzzles.
Yeah, but I didn't die or get wounded or go insane, which I
No.
feel is maybe the first Cthulhu sessions I've ever had that happen in.
I mean, arguably you could say I abandoned the mechanics, but
Left them behind a
but
while
like you
ago.
guys all went insane. You know, like
We
it
all
was
went
like
insane,
normal.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. Yeah, I think it's the first game I've ever played where that doesn't happen,
Jimmy.
especially multi-session.
I would like to apologise to the patrons for the accent fluctuation that happened with Molly. I didn't have it in my head. I just kept
Mate,
going
I
into it and I was
doing a
like,
different accent.
where is she? And she just kept going. And your accent I found really like tempting to go into. Bristol makes me want to go, all right.
You right, my lover?
And
If someone's
yeah.
I'm
Southern,
definitely
yeah.
done with playing Americans for
play
American men
British,
on the
yeah.
channel. I'm done with.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some regional
that one time was
British.
enough.
That's it.
What's your next one?
Oh, I quite enjoyed your Bristol. Maybe I'll do a Bristolian.
Bristolian.
Yeah.
My next one's Scottish.
Nice.
Excellent.
If
I want a
there
full
is
one
a
of
next
Spike,
one.
to be perfectly
Yeah.
honest.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want-
Spike.
Yeah. Please be Spike.
Can we do a Buffy Call of Cthulhu
Oh my
and
god.
she can play Spike?
Yes.
I know nothing about this show.
Oh God, I'd have to rewatch all of Buffy, I suppose. Yeah.
I know
watch
nothing
the-
about
do
this
it.
show.
I remember. I watched the film, the original film, a lot when I was a kid. I watched a bit of Buffy when it was on TV, but not. I wasn't a big Buffy fan.
Yeah.
It was just sort of like, I didn't hate it. It was just like, oh, I'll watch that if it's on.
Yeah.
It was fine. The 90s were great, weren't they? Oh, God. I miss the 90s. Didn't know how good
It's all
I had
voice notes now.
Yeah.
Didn't know
So
how good I had it.
Back then, you could just go home, you'd watch Blue Peter,
Are You Afraid
5,
of the Dark?
then you'd watch News
Afraid
Round,
of the dark.
then you'd have about 20 minutes to kill, so you'd
Goosebumps.
probably watch a bit of Neighbours. Then, at
Animaniacs.
6, you would get Simpsons.
Simpsons. Yeah.
Third
Then
Rock from
Fresh
the Sun.
Prince Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince Bel-Air after the Simpsons. Yes.
And
that was
then one of these shows for 45 minutes after that till 7:30.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Star Trek Next Gen.
great.
A lot of it's
Third
on
Rock.
all 4 now.
Yeah.
I was amazed actually how much is on all 4. Third Rock from the Sun was, or at least recently was on all 4. Frasier
Don't
was
get
great.
that anymore.
Friends.
You just get, what's it, 10-second clips on TikTok of all these shows that people talk about, and you can never find them again.
Although when Frasier was on, I wasn't really a big fan of Frasier because I was a bit too young for it. And then as I got older, when I was about 18, I properly discovered Frasier and was like, this is the best written sitcom in the history of television.
Oh my.
Sublime show.
There's some great
yes.
episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched that one.
Oh, Frasier's
I like
great.
Frasier.
I just remember
yeah.
shows that my parents watched. You know, like the background, whatever things. I don't have memories of.
I don't have
I
memories.
don't have memories.
I have remembrances.
I don't remember any
Each day
ongoing
is
show.
a new dawn for me.
Any ongoing show I watched beyond, like until we got to like more recent. I just remember watching Game of Thrones and things like
Yeah,
that.
there were certain things we'd always watch as a family while we ate. It'd be usually a takeaway kind of situation. Get a curry and watch Red Dwarf,
We used to
or
watch
get a
Red
curry
Dwarf,
and
yeah.
watch Friends.
Friends is the only one I can think of.
We don't get that anymore because things don't come out once a week at the same time in a
Yeah.
very particular, and you've got to watch it.
Well, no, HBO shows still do, and
Yeah,
other like
some
some
things do
shows do
appointment
release
viewing.
once
Not
a
a
week.
lot over
majority.
here, I guess.
Disney Plus is trying to do it as well with shows,
Yeah,
but
Disney
not every
Plus.
show.
But even then, it's like if you miss it,
Daredevil's
Same,
if
isn't
you
it?
if you miss it, you
Yeah.
can watch it half an hour later. You can watch it tomorrow. You
Yeah.
can watch it. Whereas
but
it was like
if
if
you
you
miss
miss
it,
it,
No,
you've
but
missed it.
If you
Yeah.
miss it,
Yeah,
but if you miss it, you'll probably get spoilers, so you want to watch it as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's still not the same. It's still not the same. Like we all have to
Appointment
gather
viewing,
now
yeah.
to
Yeah,
watch this
otherwise
thing.
you
Feels
literally-
different.
I
Like,
don't
switching on
remember-
the channel feels different. It feels more like a communal.
And like you have to
thing.
watch the weird 5 minutes of the last
Yeah.
one, like you know,
I don't
because you
remember
don't miss it.
appointment watching because I think we just DVR'd everything still.
I don't
Right.
think we had a DVR.
You just record it, watch it later.
It's too hard. We couldn't do that.
It's too hard.
We couldn't do that over here. We didn't
Here
have
we
that.
go.
Over here.
We didn't have that. We had, some people did. They were posh, not my
I
family.
remember trying
Oh.
to record a Pokemon episode once when we were going on holiday, and I made it work. And then I watched it once, and I accidentally wrote it back over the tape.
Oh, bloody hell.
But I did. Got to watch.
You have had to record all of SMTV Live to watch one Pokemon over here.
think-
And they never, I
I
don't,
think
do you
that
know
is
what?
what I
There
did.
is
could-
SMTV Live on YouTube. There's like
there?
whole episodes
Amazing.
on YouTube.
And I bet you every week SMTV Live put Pokemon on at the exact same time when it was on.
Yeah.
I just never, as a kid, never knew that. So I would just watch the whole thing being like, when am I going to play fucking Pokemon?
I kept the Pokemon.
Like, when are you going to get to the Pokemon bit? I've got to watch this whole fucking show for you to just play the Pokemon
SMTV
episode.
Live.
Then they have a break, and the break lasts, what, 10 minutes? Agony. In the middle of, they put a break in the middle of the Pokemon episode.
Do they?
They did, yeah, but they wouldn't do like an ad.
They-
They would do an
No.
ad break in the
Yeah.
middle of the Pokemon episode.
Yeah.
SMTV Live's kids.
Yeah,
Saturday
that's where
morning
you
show.
got. Who's that Pokemon?
Yeah, they would do the rap. They would do the Who's That
It's
Pokemon bit, but they would do a break in the middle of it, and then they would do more
Pikachu.
SMTV before they went back to the second half of the show.
Clefairy.
As for a kid, that's agony. It was like 10 minutes of time just sitting there being like, just play the second half of the episode. I was invested. I want to see what happens with Charmander.
That's why
He's
we
getting
have
wet.
ADHD.
Dear me. Here's a fun game. Just had a message on Telegram from someone called Monica.
You got a message on
Sent-
Telegram?
Oh, no.
Telegram. Hello.
What does that
Hello.
mean?
It's an app.
You know what Telegram is?
Isn't it like this
an
log
app.
app?
You played Jimmy
Yeah,
Dean.
it
You
is,
should know
yeah.
what Telegram is.
It's like WhatsApp.
It's like WhatsApp, Signal.
The drug app.
Is Telegram's
it's
the one
a bit
where all
more-
the
it's
state
the
secrets got
journalists.
leaked?
It's the journalist app.
It's the journalist app.
Never
yeah.
heard of it.
Journalists use it because
Doesn't
there's no like
exist.
tracking within it on it.
Oh.
Anyway, Monica's messaged me
Go on,
Who's
saying
Monica.
hello. And I thought, that's odd. Don't know who Monica is. So I put hello, question mark. She reacted, thumbs up to that.
Is it Monica from Friends?
And then sent me an image that says, booking hotel. I am from a hotel on booking.com. I am from a hotel on booking.com. We are looking for part-time workers. The operation is very simple. It only takes 10 to 20 minutes a day to make our hotel a small heart as a daily task to increase popularity and visibility on the internet. You will earn from £50 and £500. You will earn from £50 and £500 per day.
Oh.
And then she's put, if you are interested, please reply OK and your age. I will tell you more details about the job. How shall I respond to this? Let's crowdsource this one.
Yeah.
I'll take
Hello, Monica.
500
Very,
pounds.
very interested.
Well, let's start with OK 93.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
That's
good.
your age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OK 93. Hello, Monica.
Can I have a room with a sea view?
Can I have a room with a sea view? I love that.
Um,
Can I have a room with a sea view, please?
you need to ask for like complimentary stuff.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm a big spender when it comes to holidays. She's
Why
typing.
would you
She
ever
typing?
respond?
Is there?
I think she's blocked me. Oh no, she's still reading. I'm a big spender when it comes to holidays, so I'd appreciate.
Why would she block you?
What-
How
what
is
did you
this-
say? What
this
did
is
you
no,
say?
this
It's
is
just something
real,
complimentary,
right?
like
Why would
Yeah,
she
compliment-
block
a
you?
compliment-
complimentary lunch,
a complimentary
breakfast.
breakfast or like free bar.
Like a lunch, or maybe,
Champagne on arrival.
or maybe bowling.
Bowling would be lovely. Big bowler.
What sort of entertainment do you have in the evenings? I
Yes.
recently stayed at a hotel that had a wonderful Neil Diamond tribute act.
Yes.
I'm happy to
Also
take a
very
single
interested
bed
in taking up
if it's
samba.
better for the hotel, as my husband is dead.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I like it.
But didn't
don't
she
worry.
say she was looking to hire
It was
people? I'm
years ago.
confused.
I'm over it.
Ready
Was it
to
a job
move
search or
on.
an offer?
Yeah.
But would be up for meeting
Hot singles.
In my area.
Hot singles in my
Singles.
area.
of a similar age. Of a
Or
similar age.
drastically younger.
Oh, she's. Oh,
Drastically young.
oh, Monica, you blocked me.
She
Oh,
blocked you?
boo, Monica, boo.
Why would she
Why do
block
scammers
you?
have no
is
fun?
Yeah.
Well, I presume she blocked me. It says online still, and
Well, you can get her number, right?
but-
so we can all message her.
but it destroyed all the chat. All the chat went.
Destroyed the chat.
Yeah, it was quite dramatic. It all just
Self-destruct.
shattered.
Wow.
I didn't know Telegram did that.
is
What
this
does that mean,
app?
Ben? Does that mean she's blocked me?
It sounds like it.
It shattered.
She's just deleted the messages.
The Mirrorverse
Fucking
has been
Monica.
you killed your doppelganger.
I don't
that's
think.
what-
I don't
Yeah.
think that was Monica at all.
I don't think her name was
I
Monica.
don't think her name was.
Oh
Really?
well, it
Why?
says
No,
info,
there's something about it.
mobile number unknown. So I think she has blocked me.
Yeah.
Monica,
Yeah.
You can't reply to her now.
Monica!
Monica, you
Exclamation
there?
mark? Question
I
mark?
want my free holiday, Monica.
Why don't you work for me? Oh, should I call her? Hello, dear.
Hello.
Let's see, yeah.
Hello, Monica.
Hello, Monica.
Oh,
You're
I'm
live
very
on the
in-
Patreon.
I'm
very
gonna block
interested in this hotel.
As
I've got
lovely
rid-
as this is, and I
I've
am
got
having a
rid of
good time, I need to get to my friend's house in Penge. How much longer are we
not
going
fucking
to...
Well, it depends. How many,
Pen.
how many more
Pen.
questions? How many more questions about Call of Cthulhu do you have for me?
No,
None.
more. No one has
Really?
any more. None.
How do you do it? How do you learn all those lines?
I'm glad you asked. Well, I wrote everything down, and based
Monica
on
told
what
me.
I know about you guys,
Yeah.
I wrote down everything I knew you would say,
Very good.
Sure.
and I was right.
Oh,
Right.
It's always,
That is
it's always,
impressive.
it's
What do you
always
mean?
like 50-50.
It's always arse flutes with me, isn't it? So,
Again.
What?
Last flu.
What?
Me and Sullivan are the same person, so he just knew that would work.
You what you say?
How'd you know?
I just did an algorithm. It was an algorithm. It's always an algorithm with these sorts of
Always
things.
good, yeah.
it's good stuff.
I put 20p in the Cthulhunator, and it churned out a scenario for me. Flutes up the bottom.
Start working on that.
As fun as this is, we've all got to get to Penge. So.
Yay,
to
Penge!
We're all going to Penge to meet Monica in her 3-star hotel, but I am getting a sea view, and I'm going to
For
meet
£500.
some hot nonagenarians. Can't wait to wet my whistle. If
To
you
ask
will.
my friend.
Play us out, Tilly.
No.
There we go. Very good.
Yes, we hope you've enjoyed this peek
Peak bit of storytelling.
peek behind the
curtain.
meat curtain. Ben,
There's nothing to learn about.
play the piano.
Play us out.
Play us out.
Play us out, Ben.
With keyboard cat Ben.
Alright,
Alright, thank you for being patrons. We'll see you
Thank
next
you for
month.
patronising us.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.